right, left. That's how he ordered my steps. So I'ma keep it stepping in the name of the Lord. And my Jesus first ones, I can't take his name in vain. He wrote the vision, made it plain. It's driving the devil
Friends, welcome to the Zoe Life Podcast, where we enjoy and live life to its fullest every day. I am your host, Dr. Domeka Kelley, and today I have a special guest. I'm talking about this guy is so special. I drove all the way from VA to DC, about a 3.5 hour drive for me. Of course, I drive slow, but this man is that special, and he means that much to me. When I talk about one of the most genuine people that you can ever want to meet or see, most sincere people, most faithful, loyal, loving people, Mr. Deric Davis Sr. himself, he is that guy. And he is my guy. Yeah. So the Zoe Life family, I want to introduce you to my friend, Mr. Deric Davis. Let's give him a hand, Zoe Life.
That was sweet.
That was sweet?
That was sweet.
And you deserve it.
That's like a Senior Hall type. Nah, I appreciate you, man.
You remember our Senior Hall show?
Man, do it.
Now we giving away our age now.
We can't do that.
And you look young. You look good. You look young too.
Oh yeah, slice me up, man. Make sure it sound good.
How you doing today?
Nah, doing good, man. It's a
doing
blessing.
Good.
It's really a blessing, man. Just being able. I got one coach. We call him Coach Ice. Mm-hmm. And he always asks everybody, "Why is today a good day?" And the kids be like, "Oh, I don't know. I did my homework." He said, "Why is today a good day?" He said, "Because we woke up today."
Yeah.
Today is a good day.
That's right. That's right. Somebody didn't wake up today.
Somebody didn't wake up.
We got an opportunity.
We got an opportunity to change some lives.
That's right. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You know, I've been following you now for a little bit, and
yeah.
I've been looking at all of the great stuff, the amazing stuff that you do. And one thing I can say about you, that you definitely are changing and impacting lives.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm up here, because I admire that about you.
Nah, I appreciate it. That's what we have to do. I mean, you get to a certain point in your life, it ain't an age now, maturity-wise, just when you really get it, that helping people and changing lives is more important than anything else.
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to just say, you know, when you finally leave this world, what your impact is, like, what did I do for people, for someone else, not myself. And I finally got to that point. Years and years ago, I didn't know I was doing it, but understanding it, that changing some lives. Somebody's going to hear the podcast, somebody here today, yourself, you know, on the phone. You know, we talk on the phone. So, you know, I ain't no podcast. I'm just talking. Yeah. You know, and the fact that you said, you know, it touched you a lot about some things. So, nah, I love it, man. It's just, it's a blessing. Can't pay for it.
Nope.
Yeah.
And the phone calls that we do have, and I'm praying and I'm hoping that we do have the opportunity for you to share some of those stories, because they really changed my life.
No question.
Changed my life over one phone conversation.
Yeah, no question.
But look, I one thing I do want to say to our audience, not only do you change lives, but you are your husband, you are a father, you are a coach, you're a man of God, you so many things, man, and I applaud you for all of your effort and hard work.
Yeah, man.
And we need leaders like you in our culture.
Yes. For sure, it's sometimes you get to a place where you feel you're not called to do something, and I finally start getting to a space where I know I'm called to do it.
Wow!
I know I'm anointed in that, and just walk in it.
Come on, man!
And understanding of the things I was doing when I was young, raising my kids, you know, and just moving and coaching kids, stuff like that. I didn't know that I was walking in it even back then. But now at an age and maturity-wise, I realize, like, I impacted kids' lives, my own kids' lives, people, and stuff like that, and it just started making me feel so much better.
Wow.
I think people in general, if you just think about, if you go through a day, if you impact somebody's life, right?
Yeah.
And how it feel to you, no matter what it was. No matter what it was, if you impacted somebody's life on a specific day, I would watch you see how you look at that and feel that night.
Yeah. Okay.
It's different.
Yeah.
Nah, it's really different, because you be like, man, like I changed somebody's life today.
Wow.
With a word, a conversation. It ain't gotta be financial, it ain't gotta be money.
No.
change people's lives. So yeah, like I love it now. I put up a little Instagram post the other day. I was like, changing lives.
Changing lives.
Changing lives.
What about your life? Have your life been changed? What about you? So when we change other people's lives, most of the time it's because we've been impacted in our life. We've been changed.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about that to you the other day. I was saying that, you know, a lot of times people, when they fall short, you know, in life or God's purpose and things like that, you fall short. You kind of get in that space where you don't want to tell your story because you haunted by the things that you done. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? I'm nowhere near perfect. And sometimes when you do that, you're not given the gift that God actually wants you to tell.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying.
You know what
I do.
So no matter what you done did in your space, in your life, and things that done happen, it'll hold you to a spot where it's like, yeah, don't tell your story because you know they're going to talk about when you did.
Yeah.
And then you put yourself in a shell and you don't never get a chance to tell the story to impact people's lives.
And really change people's lives.
And really change people's lives. So you got to make sure that you, listen, when you fall short, you know, you ask for forgiveness, man. Understand that you are still a man or woman of God.
Yep.
And continue to tell your story. All of it.
All of it.
All of it. All of it is a purpose, you know. And then when you do that, that's going to be, then it's like, man, it's going to make you feel a whole lot better. Because then they can't give you that one thing to make you feel that you're ashamed.
Because you're free.
Because you're free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you say, man, I'm not perfect. I done did some things in my life that I'm not proud of, X, Y, and Z. And then it's like, oh, man. You know, because, you know, you think about that when you say, like, you want to be one of these politicians, you know, politicians, like when they go for whatever office or whatever, and then somebody bring up the dirt. The dirt that they did back their time, and it's like, oh, don't make that sure that come out, because we ain't got to be that.
Nope.
We used to be free.
Yeah.
And just tell your story, you know, no matter what that story is, everybody got a different story. So, man, my life got changed with that. My kids, man, changed my life at the beginning, all of them. I got two girls and Scooter. And they call me Big Scooter now around here.
Big Scooter.
Scooter the star.
So he had Scooter had the nickname Scooter first.
He just told this on a podcast too. I think
Okay.
It was something with cheese. I don't want to.
It might have been the one that I was seeing.
It was
He
just told this story. I watched it. So I watches all his podcasts, man. It's funny because I watch all of his stuff, and because I'll be critiquing. So it's gonna be funny because he's gonna critique me.
You can critique.
I'm telling you, I know you. Like you said this many times. You said. So
are you gonna tell me the critiques though?
I'm gonna tell you, because I don't do it. I'm like, I don't have as much practice as you. But he was saying that that when they got to his name, my mother had named him Scooter even before he was born.
Gotcha.
And I was like, Mom, how you name him Scooter? And she was walking, I think they were shopping. Yeah. And I think, you know, back then, you know, a little Oshkosh type overall type thing back then. He had never wear stuff like that. But it had on the jumpsuit, it had Scooter. Yeah. She was in the boys section.
Name from.
She was in the boys section. And she was like, looked at my wife and she said, oh, we about to have a Scooter. That's how the name
came about.
That's how the name came about. And that's funny because he ain't want nobody to know his name was Scooter.
He didn't?
No, man.
Why, because of the outfit?
I don't know, not the outfit. It was just the name.
The name.
Everybody had to call him Deric. And he was boxing and all that. And then it was funny because when he started getting good in boxing, nobody knew him as Deric. It was Scooter. And then he was like, oh, yeah, I'm telling everybody. My I'm Scooter. Man, Scooter Davis. It's funny. But he didn't want nobody to know his name was Scooter at the beginning. Funny. But yeah, two beautiful daughters, and then Scooter came. The testimony for that, and I know it's going to how you start with that. I know you want the world to know.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for you to share this. I can't wait. Mm-hmm.
My daughter, Crystal Davis, she was born May 5th, 1995.
Okay.
My daughter, Brianna Davis, was born January 6th, 1998.
All right.
Okay. And me and my wife now, and we've been together for 29 years.
Wow.
But when she was pregnant with Scooter, we wasn't married.
Yeah.
And you know, when you start getting in the church and start getting in the Word, right?
Yep.
You know, it's funny when you get in the Word, you want to tell everybody about what they doing wrong.
Bro, yeah.
Hey,
I was there.
You've been living life all this time, and then you get the Word, and now all of a sudden you want to tell everybody, hey, you know you ain't supposed to do that. Hey, you ain't do that. You ain't do this. I know how to make some people mad. Like, you gonna tell me doing it? You've been doing this all your life.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was at work, and I was working with a landscaping company, and the conviction of not being married and about to have another child, it hit me so hard that I left work immediately, took the truck back to the shop, got in my car, drove all the way. We was living in an apartment. She pregnant with Scooter, and I drove, got her, and I said, "Hey, we got to go to Justice of Peace right now.
About to get married.
We about to get married." She was like, "What? Dirk, what you talking about? What's wrong with you?" This and that. I was like, "I can't do it. I can't do it no more.
Wow.
I cannot live in sin no more. I got to, yeah, when he come in here, I want to already be married." Right? This real, man. That's why it's so easy to talk, you know, because it's real. And she was like, "All right, come on, Dirk." And we got up, went to the courthouse, Justice of Peace, and they said, "Y'all got to come back Monday." I was like, "What?"
You was ready to do it then.
I said, "I got to wait till Monday." We ain't had nobody with me, so it allowed me to call my mom, call her, you know, not everybody, but just important people came and this and that, and we got married that Monday.
Yeah. God knew your heart.
Man, it convicted me. So I said he was going to be, I can't do it anymore. I don't know, God didn't convict me with my first two daughters or whatever. I don't, you know, but when it was, I just couldn't, he convicted me with him, and I just was like, oh, I got to get out of this right now. I ain't bringing another child in here. We ain't married. And he was born on the seventh day.
Seventh day.
The seventh month.
Seventh month.
I don't know the other one, Scooter know it, this and that, but he...
Completion, man.
And so it was completion. So that's what the sevens represent for us.
God,
the seven on his arm. 7 on his arm. I put the same 7. He wear a chain. He got 7 on.
Yeah.
It was us symbolizing that we got it together.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We got it together for him. So my grandmother, Maybelle Williams, who passed away, you know, she told me and my wife, funny, she lived in North Carolina, Warrenton, North Carolina, man. And she looked at me and my wife funny and looked at us, said, she looked at Scooter one time and said, "Ain't no need for y'all to have no more." That's the one. Right
That's
there.
the one.
That's what she said. She said, "That's the one right there. You don't need for y'all to have no more. You ain't got to do nothing else. He the one." So the aura and the destiny that he has, and you know, the calling on his life, I had to teach him all the time. You know, that aura you gonna have. I said, God got a calling on your life, son.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And so we just gonna walk in, and ain't no need for us to just. That's why we not rushing with nothing.
Yeah, because God got a plan.
Nah, he got a plan.
And God proved to you he had a plan.
Yeah, man. And we done went through so many different things. He tell a story people don't realize, man. Like they look at Dirk working in the system, public school system so long, and wife working, downtown, decent jobs and all that. But it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
It was rough.
It was rough.
We was rough. He tell a story and they be like, "Man, what you talking about, school?" He was like, "Man, it was rough."
Wow.
And we went through so much, bonded together and all that, but we went through a lot. And then God just turned the switch, man. He turned the switch and just things just started just falling in place. Like falling in place, like uncontrollably. It's like, man, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then I knew that piece, I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely a calling. And that story I tell you, where I knew that God's power, man.
Good God, oh my! Let's talk about God's power,
man. See,
so God already exposed His providence to you.
Yeah.
Convicted you so strong that you said, "Look, wife, it's time for us to get married."
Yep.
Scooter get born. on the seventh month, seventh day, sign of completion. So God show you his providence, which is his destiny, his plan, God aligning all the stars. Mm-hmm. And now you experience his power.
So, yeah. So one of the most realest testimonies I've ever given.
Wow. And
ain't no show. It's just real.
Yeah.
It's just really real.
I got goosebumps. You see that? I got chills right now.
And everybody get them. And I tell a story the same way every time.
Yeah.
And why I'm gonna tell it the same way every time? Because it's real. It happened to me.
Yeah.
And hold on.
Dude, I'm getting emotional already.
So
I'm getting emotional already. I love this dude, man. When you hear this, I'm telling you.
So it was one day when I experienced God's power, man.
Yeah.
I had to go pick up my two daughters from my mom's house, and she lives at that time we were in Sea Pleasant, Maryland, and she was living in Clinton, Maryland, and we were leaving to go. I had to go pick them up, go back to school Monday. My daughters make me not forget the date. It was December 10th, 2011, I believe it was. But anyway, she said, come get the girls. So I had a truck at the time, it was Suburban. So Scooter playing the game. Scooter still play video games to this day. But he was playing the game, and I said, son, come on ride with Dad. Go get Crystal and Brianna. And he said, Dad, I'm in the game. I said, come on ride with me.
Wow.
And he said, Dad, I'm playing the game. Like that. And I said, all right. So I left him and go pick the girls up. And on our way back up the Beltway, car was swerving in and out and all that. I'm probably driving a little bit faster than I should have been, but to be able to be alert enough. But made the turn, and he cut me off. I hit the brakes. In the Suburban, you hit the brakes too fast, the car started swerving.
Yeah.
And then the car started swerving, and I can give you the visual. I was telling you on the phone, but when the car started swerving, it started rolling over. Wow. Right? And when I realized it was rolling over, I always tell people the cold and hot that you change on, on trucks. They got them at the front and they got them in the back. Yeah. And you could change it whether it's hot or cold. I realized that I was flipping over when I realized the thing was doing this down at the bottom and back up. I said, this truck flipping over. And I remember trying to grab my daughter's legs, hands, because here's the other part of that. We ain't had no seatbelts on. Yeah. We ain't had no seatbelts on. And I was grabbing their legs and arms just to hold on to them. So whenever this thing stopped, I'm going to have my daughters with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when it finally stopped rolling, it rolled over 3-4 times. And then slid. And when it finally stopped, as it was slowing down, I could feel my youngest daughter, Brianna, legs come through my hand.
Gosh. So
I was like losing her hand. Then I hit something, boom, and bust my head open at the time. And I realized that I hit something. So Brianna had flew out the window. Right? And Crystal was in the front seat, and she had glass in her eyes, but we are upside down and realized that we're going to, I'm still here. And I said, Crystal, go get your sister in the back. I had forgot that she had slid down my hand. Rough story, man. Rough story. First time I ever told it on camera, too. And I said, go get your sister. Come on, we gotta get away from this truck. It's turned over. So she said, Dad, she ain't back there. Yeah. I said, Crystal, what you mean? She said, Dad, so Crystal, was like, Dad, she not back here. And I turned, man, and looked on the median and hear my child, man. Yeah, man. My child was laying on the median, man. Wow. And I got up, right? I got up and I was like about to walk, and I realized I broke my ankle because when I got up, I fell. Boom.
Yeah.
Head bust open. So I got Crystal with me. So I'm crawling to my child.
Yeah. God, dog.
Yeah.
Girl, too.
Girl, I'm crawling to her. And this the power. The power was I crawled to her, and can't nobody ever tell me about the power.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you experience it,
Yeah.
can't nobody, well, this, that. No, man, I don't want to hear all that, man. I went through it.
Yeah.
You can't tell me. So I'm crawling to her, and as I crawl to her, she's laying on the median, man. The white lines, you know, laying there face down.
Gosh.
And I said, Brianna, get up, baby. Right? She ain't move. I said, Brianna, get up. Come on, baby, get up.
Wow.
Right? And Crystal started hyperventilating a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Because the feeling that something is really, really bad and even death or whatever. She just like, Daddy. And she was like, Daddy, and this and that. And I didn't know nothing else to do.
Wow.
But to grab Crystal's hand, grab my hand, make her grab mine, and grab Brianna.
Yeah.
That we touching and agreeing.
And agreeing. Come on, man. God,
right?
Boy.
So when I did that, I said, Father,
Good God.
in the name of Jesus, please wake this child.
Yeah.
Man, that girl batted her eyes, man.
Yeah.
That girl batted her eyes, man, and woke up.
Yeah.
And she woke up, man. You know, I grabbed her, grabbed Crystal, and we going toward get out the street. And when a lady from on the other side, man, got towels and rags and wrapped my head up and blankets and called my wife, told my wife what hospital we're going to. And it's a terrible moment, but I realized God's power during that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You called on his name, bro.
And man, I called on his name, man. Can't
Showed up.
Can't nobody tell me. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Ain't nobody tell me not about that. I experienced that one.
That's right.
So I know the power. Really.
Amen.
And anyway, we end up going to the hospital, man. We got to the hospital, and I told my wife, make sure you call the lady that called you. And
Gosh, this is, man.
make sure you call her, man, and tell her that, thank you. You know, I believe she wrapped my head up. She saved my life. She told you everybody else. She covered us up. She said, Dirk, I done called this lady I don't know how many times. Go straight to voicemail. Nobody won't ever answer.
You see, Dr. Phil, you hear that, right? Come on, man. There ain't nothing but the power of God. Nothing but the power of God.
Kept calling, man. We called that lady for weeks.
It's an angel.
Weeks. She ain't never answered to this day. I just want to tell her, man, God, man.
Gosh.
And to this day, never. And I said, man, it's an angel, man.
Yeah.
If somebody was there to make sure, y'all wasn't supposed to go nowhere.
No, because the purpose, man.
And that story. So that was the time to understand. Oh yeah, God's power.
He real and he for you. He
all the way
never
real.
leave you nor forsake you, but he will be with you always, even until the end of this age.
And I called on his name, man. He woke my child up, man.
Gosh.
And then you think about what I said about Scooter.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was playing a video game, right? Scooter always sit all the way in the back of them trucks, you put them on. We never know.
Never knew. See, that's the protection.
That's the protection. He just said
that's
that I'm playing the game.
He don't even know why he said that.
I'm playing the game.
But God knew. So God is just, bro, let me tell you something. God just been revealing himself. His providence, one, let you know that you have purpose and destiny. Then you've been exposed to his power. You've been exposed to his protection. And in my opinion, just listen to the story, you entertained an angel. God is with you and your family.
Nah.
It's not no mistake.
Nope.
It's not a coincidence. God is real.
Nah, he's real. And that's why, you know, all the different people that may give you, oh yeah, you got this, and I don't disrespect anybody's religion, you know.
Yeah.
And whatever, and this and that, or you may, or that's what they said. Man, listen here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen here. This is what I experienced. You can't tell me.
No.
I know what it is. I know it's real. I know its
Gosh.
power is real. And I said, in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
Please wake that girl batter her eyes, man. and I told her to wake up 2-3 times.
And she woke up.
Woke up, man. Grabbed me. Face swollen out this world, man. Oh, it didn't. And it kept getting better on the blessings, because these things I didn't say tell you when we're talking. You know, now we in the hospital. You got to get all types of tests and CAT scans.
Yeah.
Brianna's face was so, I thought it was fractured, because she flew out the car
Yeah.
on a rollover.
Wow.
And her face was so big, man. You know, I knew it was fractured, stitches and stuff like that. And they did all types of CAT scans.
Yeah.
All types of x-rays.
Come on. Come on.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one broken bone.
Not
nothing.
one.
Not one.
Can't make this up. You
Can't
experienced
make it up. Crystal had glass in her eyes.
Uh-huh.
You know, the glass from the window. Not one broken bone, man. Wow. I had a fractured little ankle, whatever the case may be, and busted head. Got a little knot on my head still to this day. I laugh about the knot, 'cause I used to try to cover the knot up. I'd be somewhere, I'm like, man, Scooter, make sure I ain't showing it. He'd be like, Dad, ain't no wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Man, but yeah, I had that, man, got stitches, and laying up in that hospital bed, and the police officer came. And when that police officer came, man, he came and he said, he looked over top of me. I'm getting staples and stitches in my head. I'm looking up. He looked over top of me and he said, Mr. Davis? I said, yeah. He said, I don't know who your God is,
Good
man.
God Almighty.
He said, I don't know who your God is, but I've never seen nobody survive nothing like that.
Wow.
Not that type of accident, truck. He said something, I don't know who your God is. And I looked right at him and said, I do.
I do.
I'm telling you that right now. Yep. And so, yeah, man. I had football equipment in the car and everything.
Yeah.
Because I was still coaching back then.
Gosh.
Yeah, I was still coaching back then. And I had equipment and all that stuff, all in the beltway.
Wow.
Helmets everywhere and all that. I had my 2 girls, man. I was good.
Yeah.
Get some more equipment, get another truck.
That's right.
I ain't gonna
That's
get it.
right.
Yeah, so
And God provide all of that.
he did, man. So I'm still, from that, man, I tell everybody that story is just to understand, you know, the power.
Wow.
You know, to tell them that so they understand, so they don't have to doubt it. If you don't ever doubt me, I know you. I tell
God
you,
Almighty.
to my time is up. You ain't telling me nothing different.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah.
And it's evident the way that you live your life. You
Yeah.
know? And then you just talking about like the equipment that was in the car. Let's talk about you coaching, because that's part of your passion.
Yeah, we gotta
right?
get out of this.
You got me crying. I ain't got no tissue. Look, you got me crying.
Let's get out of this. Talk about some good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Yeah,
because
man.
people need to hear this.
Yeah.
Man, like Scooter was saying, man, he said, look, I'm a professional fighter and all that, but my dad's story, my dad has a powerful story.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be our last time. We're going to have segments.
Yeah,
Part
that's
1,
good.
part
That's
2,
good.
part 3, however many
Yeah.
segments we need to get so you can get your story out, because the world need to hear it.
Yeah.
I need to hear it.
Yeah, man. Coaching, man. I've been coaching since 1997.
Yeah?
Yeah, coaching since 1997. And coaching my little nephew. Before school, I thought he was my son.
Yeah?
You know, we call him Donald, little Donald. And I thought he was my son. And I used to go outside, throw the football with him.
Yeah.
And I got out there and started coaching. I played football at Anacostia High School, right here where we are now.
Yeah.
And went to school at West Virginia Tech.
Okay. And
And had an ACL tear.
Yeah.
You know, come back home and try to make it right. And you know, I always tell kids, if y'all go to school, don't stop going.
Wow.
Like as soon as you stop,
Wow.
everything else start coming up with reasons of why you I'm trying to get back and want to go. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Once you stop, life take over, and then you don't get a chance to finish. Don't stop. Just keep on going. I don't care if you gotta go part-time.
Yeah.
You're a full-time student. Something going wrong in your life, whatever. Keep it to 10 hours or get 8 hours. Don't stop. Just keep on going. Once you stop, that's when kind of like they start taking over.
Yeah.
So I end up stopping and start raising the girls and the kids and all that. But coaching-wise, I started coaching my little nephew, had him around, started changing his life.
Yeah, see.
Coaching him and kids that came through him since 97, man. Then there's a time that changed before I could start coaching these babies I got now, Maryland Elite. I stopped coaching to make sure I put everything I had into Scooter.
Wow.
Like everything I had. Like it was time. As his story gonna be told, as great as he gonna become, there was a time that he wanted to please me just by playing football.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My dad coach, I want to show my dad. He, to this day, he playing quarterback one time, and he didn't do too well in the championship game. He heard me talk about all these other kids. So as a child, you know, I want to please him. I want to please my dad. And he ended up, the next year, you don't really know how proud I was. The next year, he ended up going to another team, but he was just becoming so good in football. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't coaching him, but I think he always wanted me to coach him. You know what I'm saying? Because if I coached him, he wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To get to that level. But he was ready the years after. Won the championship game on his own, all this stuff like that. So school was real good.
Yeah.
You know, and it came to football, whatever the case. But he, I think when he got to that place where first time we put him in a boxing ring, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, that same, you know, power we talk about. I looked at that boy, man, I was like, man, this boy gonna be different, man.
Wow.
All different types of pros at that time, Chop Corley, and it was William Joppy, it was Chop Corley, DC boxers that was here, but it was another, Keith Holmes. And they all seen, they was looking at Scooter moving around. He don't know too much. He's just young. But it was like, hey, man, you got something. I was like, huh? You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I went to 2-3 weeks in a boxing gym, Impact Boxing Gym over there in Kenilworth.
Okay.
But I was a boxing fan, but my thing, I was a football player.
Yeah.
So he get in there, so to hear people that's real good, and it was like, oh.
And see something in him.
And so from that time, you know, we won Golden Gloves and Silver Gloves, stuff like that. But we got to a space where I made the decision for him.
Yeah.
I was just telling one of your guys here about how parents, we make decisions for our kids.
Yeah.
Start evolving. But I had to make a decision for him, and I said, yeah, you ain't gonna play football. You gonna box. And man, that boy cried. Scooter cried.
He did.
Cried. Oh my goodness. Because he
was good in football.
He was good in football, but he also felt he was letting me down. Like I ain't gonna be what you coach. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And I remember that last time, I remember taking him to the boxing gym. I left him at that gym.
Yeah.
And I went back to go coach the rest of the kids. And I was hurt. Like I done left him up there, but I know this is what he needed to do.
Yeah.
And the trainer said, man, his name Doug Avery, one of his first trainers, he said, however good Scooter gonna be, it's gonna be because of you. He wasn't the same in the gym that day, or whatever.
Wow. The day that you left him up there.
I left him up there. He cried, man. Scooter cried. He didn't want to box 100%. He wanted to play football. Yeah. And he was good. Yeah. And I was just telling you that there's a school for every kid.
That's
so
right.
I was going to get him in school.
Yeah.
And, man, that day I knew right there, I said, my day's number, I'm about to retire from coaching.
Spend time with him.
Every day.
Wow.
Every day. Went up to the gym, sat there, read a newspaper, got on the phone.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I just went with him every day. We rode back and forth to the gym every day. I said, man, and he cried like, Dad, I'm not going to play. I said, no, you're not going to play football. You're going to box. I said, listen to me, son.
Mm-hmm. I like how you say that.
No, I said, listen to me, son. I said, you trust your dad? I said, you trust your father, man? He said, yeah. I said, if you trust your father, if you trust your father, trust me when I say.
And how old was he at this time?
Scooter around 10, 11, 12 probably. Gosh. Yeah. 10, 11, 12, yeah. I said, trust your father, man. Look me in the eye. I'm real heavy on man time, looking people in the eye.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, look me in the eye. He, to this day, when Scooter get in trouble right now, Scooter, he can be in trouble. He 22 now, he a grown man. When he was younger, and he get in trouble, do something, his eyes would like look right at me. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna look you in the eye. You always told me, look me in the eye.
Yeah.
And he looked me in the eye and I said, you trust your father, man? He said, yeah, I trust you. I said, all right, we're going to box. This is what you're going to do. You called to do this.
Wow. So you're called to do this.
Called to do this. That's what I told him. And I laugh at him now because I always say, how it work out for you? Yeah, Dad, he's right. Yeah, he's right. We got this thing, we got this thing. We don't really like try to give each other all the credit.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So he'd be like, yeah.
Little something.
Yeah. You might was right about that. Shark season is here. You know what I'm saying?
And indeed it is.
Shark season is definitely here, man. So yeah, I changed them to not to play football no more, to boxing, going about a career. And I was talking about how the boxing is going to allow him to change lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to be able to look at people and tell some stories, and he's going to change their life. But the platform, people need platforms.
Yep.
I don't know why it is that way, but a regular Joe Blow walking down the street got the same knowledge.
Yeah.
But you put a person that got a platform and people see on TV, they just seem to listen to them more.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Because they reaching more people. So
I agree.
Too much is given, much is required.
Yeah.
You know, and for him, he's going to reach a lot of people, so he's going to be able to change some lives.
And you know what? And I want to say something, too, because that's your why behind what you do. It's for you coaching to change people's lives. And I'm a firm believer, because I coached basketball.
Okay.
I don't coach no more, but when my son stopped playing ball, I stopped coaching.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in it to change people's lives. But one thing that I understand by being a coach is that coaches have the ability to kind of unlock the potential in their players to maximize their growth.
Yep.
And so that's what you've been doing with Scooter and with all the other kids that you coached.
Yep.
But let's kind of talk about how excited you was to finally have your son to be able to show the world what you was trying to do with their kids. Lord. I want the world, I want our Zoe Life family to listen to this important lesson.
I came home one of them same times, like I said, had to come home when I felt I got, convicted enough to go get married.
Yeah.
I remember Keisha saying she's going to find out whether it's a boy or girl.
Yeah.
Right? So I already had 2 girls. So I remember her coming I didn't want to go to the doctor this time.
I got you.
I wanted her to just come on back and just tell me.
But you wanted the boy.
Yeah. So, and I came home and she came out in the hallway. I ain't even look her in the eyes, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, what is it? And she ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm walking toward her, right?
Was you nervous?
And man, girl, I was like, man, I got 3 kids, that's enough, man. And she looked at me and she said, it's a boy, Dirk.
Wow.
Woo.
It's party time now.
When they said it was a boy, I dropped to my knees, man, in front of, she was in the hallway. I dropped to my knees and just held her stomach. I forgot about that part. I held her stomach and dropped to my knees because I was like, yeah, buddy.
Gosh.
Yeah, buddy, because when you coach, like you said, you try to pour into these kids.
Yep.
But we're not in control of them. they got parents. You know what I'm saying? And we got to just go by whatever it is that they say during that time.
Yeah.
It ain't law that they got to listen to us.
Yeah.
Even as much as we try to steer them in the right way, sometimes, they still got parents that's going to make whatever decision they feel at the time is best. Right, wrong, and indifferent. We just not in control.
That's true.
But I told my nephew, I said, see, if I ever have a son, though.
Come on, man.
See, if I have a son, I get to make all of the calls to make him a man, whatever athlete, to just be there every step of the way to actually mold him into what he gonna become. And so my nephew that I'll tell you I started football coaching with, he said to this day, he said, you said it.
You said it.
You said it like if you ever have. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna show everybody.
I love that.
I'm gonna show everybody.
Not to prove them wrong, but to prove you right.
Yeah, to prove me right.
Yep, I got it.
I'm gonna show everybody the way he talk, walk, how he train, his intellect, his ambition, the warrior, the mentality, the everything. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna show him. So it's funny now because as he become who he is, you know what I'm saying? It's Shock. He's Mr. Shock, man.
Mr. Shock, that's my guy too.
Yeah, he's Mr. Shock, man. I just sit back and laugh, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Because, in that ring, man, I told shout out to his trainers, Barry Hunter, Treese Harris,
Coach
Jamie
Barry.
Harris, Juice. Man, I told Barry one thing. I said, look here, bring him down the ring. Bring him down the same way he came up.
Wow.
Be the person, because don't let him, because for him, for Scooter, he going to leave it all in there.
Good God Almighty.
You feel me?
I do.
He ain't nothing. He don't know nothing else.
Yeah.
He don't know nothing else.
Just
but
go hard.
He gonna go. You got to pull him out of there. And I said, I don't want to be the father on national TV climbing through the ropes to grab my child. So I'm telling you, as the trainer,
that's right. Do your job.
if it ain't right or something ain't right,
I'm getting them. I'm pulling them.
Get him up out of there.
Yeah.
Because I've molded him into this. This maniac type. Boxing is, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's boxing, man.
Yeah.
They
You're risking your life.
Every time.
Every time.
So I had to make him this, he ain't all the way here. He gonna train like uncontrollably. Scooter work out. Scooter get up at 6 in the morning. When I go to work, Scooter going to strength and conditioning.
Wow.
After he comes strength and conditioning, he going to the boxing gym.
Going to the gym.
He doing both.
Hey, let's talk about something real quick, though. Two things. First, one thing that I love about this podcast, and I'm trying my best not to cry. You got me crying. The moment you said that when Miss Keisha, your wife, when she told Miss Keisha Davis, I can't wait to meet her. I love my wife. We've been together for 28 years. That's my girl. I can't wait for them two to meet.
Right.
But when she came home and told you that you had a son, and you dropped to your knees and you put your hand on her stomach, connecting with your son, you teared up. And for me, it's like, man, I'm glad that on this podcast, like most of my friends, close friends I got, all of them, they are phenomenal fathers.
Amen.
And so it's good to see, especially on this podcast, to see black excellence.
Yes.
To see black fathers sticking by their sons.
We got to show it more.
Unapologetically.
Yeah.
Because we hear so many negative stories.
Nah.
But we get to put these positive stories in the forefront, and there's so many more.
Yep.
They just don't have a platform like you said.
Yep.
So I wanted to put that out there, and of course I'm not gonna say thank you. You're a man. That's your job. You do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And the second thing, when you talk about his hunger, his tenacity, his mentality, the hard work and the effort that he put behind his craft.
Yep.
He told you at an early age. What did he tell you he was gonna be? At an early age.
Oh, yeah. He was sitting at the dinner table, man. Look, funny, man. I know these stories are so good, man. Funny. He said, I said, Scooter, so, you know what I'm saying, you go to college, you're going to do this, and that. You know what I'm saying? Mechanics, I said, Scooter, everybody car going to always break down. Mechanics make good money, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be a mechanic, you'll be all the different types of things. Man, that boy looked at me and said, man, Dad.
Wow.
I'm going to be a professional boxer. I'm going to be a world champion. And remember I told you about the eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
And he looked me in my eyes and I said, what? He said, Dad, I hear you, and I have all that. I'm going to give whatever backup plan I got to get.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a world champion, though.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
When he said it, man, it was, hey, I said, oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I said, okay, Dirk. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Like, yeah, I got to give him everything.
I see you support that.
Oh, no, I got now. Because he meant it.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, yeah, whatever the best trainer, whoever the best strength and conditioning guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't need none of them to be his dad.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I'm there. I got
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? And he just went at it with a tenacity. Scooter is, he's not to the point where Scooter works out so much that I made him run and do all this stuff for so long, for so young, that it doesn't bother him. It's nothing to him.
Yeah.
He's going to run, he's going to work, he's going to lift, that's just him. He just got the drive, man. He got the drive and I put that foundation in him for so long, so to make him not be, when it gets to the time when he really need to do it. And so you get up, man, you're going to work out. Yeah. You're going to come home, play the game. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go out and have fun when it's time to have fun and stuff like that. But, man, he just focused, man.
Wow.
And I know it was because, all the things we talked about and stuff like that. And I ask all my kids, man, I think fathers could do that too. And I say, tell me what unconditional mean. I make them repeat it back to me.
Yeah. Tell me what it means.
What they say, Dad, some of them got all different definitions. They come back, Dad, without fault.
Wow.
No matter what. I said, unconditionally, I love you. You can't change it. Ain't nothing you could do. It ain't gonna, unconditionally, without fault, I'm always gonna love you. Wow. You can't do anything to make me stop loving you.
God, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I thought a lot of time, when you growing up and I grew up, I think a lot of fathers, man, never told their sons that they love them.
That's true.
You got to teach them how to love, too.
Never heard my dad say that.
You see what I'm saying?
Never.
So with mine, my man said, okay, I'm going to make him this maniac, this and that, but I got to teach him how to love, too. Wow. That was very, very important that I had to teach him how to love. So, Scooter, you understand that I love you. So he said, love you, Dad, love you. You know what I'm saying? And, we was younger, like, you don't want to feel like, we always felt like, I don't want to be soft and saying that. Yeah, you know how I feel about you. You know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about you. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
What's up with you? Yeah, man, man. And then now it's like, hey, no, man, I love you, man.
Ain't nothing soft about that.
Man, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? And now it's okay. Oh, man, Dad, I thought it was like a weakness if we said, nah, it ain't no weakness, man.
Yeah, nope.
Tell them, man, you love them.
Nope, that's
Tell
right.
them kids you love them. You know what I'm saying? So they know. They need it.
They do.
So
we do.
I ain't make that mistake with him either. It was like a lot of things that I had to take, get to the point where I was like, okay, I got to show Scooter this, that, or whatever the case is. Oh, I should be thinking about things. Yeah. I ain't be thinking about that. I be at work, man, like, oh, I ain't teach him this today. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, just make him the best man I possibly be. So that's why I said, a little earlier, I don't get a chance to say I'm proud because they like, Dirk, man, he doing so good, man. How you feel? I was like, man, I said, I don't feel nothing right now. We still rocking. We still working. He ain't accomplished what he need to accomplish. But I can say today, man, I'm glad he in here, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That I'm so proud of the man he becoming.
God, dog.
That make me look tear-eyed, too. That I know he's going to be all right.
Malik, I'm proud of the man that you are.
Yeah,
I love you, son. I'm telling
yes,
you,
sir.
I'm proud of the man that you are.
Yes, sir.
Really am.
Yes, sir. That's the deal, man. Telling your son that's the deal. Tell him they need it.
Yeah.
They know it.
And it's funny, too, what's amazing is like what you just said when you explain to your kids what unconditional love is. Loving without fault. There's nothing that you can do to stop, make me from stop loving you.
Ever.
I didn't learn that from my dad. My dad, two things he did. One, he named me. Then the second thing he did was abandon me. And so I learned that God loved me unconditionally. That's how I learned what unconditional love was from God and then from my mom. And so it's a pleasure, man. And it's funny that you talked about telling Scooter that you love him and being free with that. I tell all my friends that I love them. Not only my sons, but my friends, you know, my co-workers. I probably even told you I love you already.
Yep.
Yeah, I did that. Because I do.
Yep.
Because I do. Go
It's
ahead.
the same thing you just said, man. You know, a lot of people that had a lot of abandonment in their life, you know.
Yeah.
And I ain't give you this story, too. That's so many stories.
Please,
man.
please.
Lord mercy.
I love to learn.
Trying
I love to learn.
Trying to tell you. Scooter name, they always say, Deric, why didn't you name him a junior?
Uh-huh.
He's Deric, right? Scooter name is Deric Antonio Davis.
Oh,
My name is Deric Cornell Davis.
You told me. I said he don't. Wow. Okay.
Here's the thing. This was strategically done too.
Come on.
My father died when I was 7 years old.
Oh.
My mother raised me. So the abandonment piece that you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So it motivated me.
Okay.
Okay? So it motivated me that even when it got to my son,
Yeah.
that not naming him a junior, because I always wanted to represent that his initials was D.A.
D. Dad. I got you. I got you.
To say my dad, to tell my
Yeah.
dad, like, I'm going to raise him.
Gosh.
It's like a homage to him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got my brother's middle name, but I say, yeah, D.A.D.
Wow.
That's why he ain't a junior.
I got you.
So I laugh, we joke all the time. I was like, yeah, I'm the real Deric.
Yeah.
And he like, oh no, you ain't the real Deric. They call me Big Scooter around here no more. Now they call me Deric. They call me Big Scooter.
Big Scooter.
Big Scooter. It's this world now.
Wow.
Yeah, so uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying? You gotta unconditionally love your kids, man. Love people, but unconditionally love your kids. And kids, they gotta hear. I'm glad you just did that right there.
Yeah.
You feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just right there.
Yeah.
On the spot.
On the spot.
On the spot. Sincerity.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I gotta teach him that too. I was like, you know how you be wrong?
Mm-hmm.
You know how we be wrong? We all go wrong. We
Yeah.
all say something wrong or do something wrong.
We do.
I said, Scooter, the same tenacity that you was wrong, make sure you apologize and be sincere the exact same way.
That's teaching accountability.
Accountability, because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't know how to sit there. Hey man, my bad.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
They can't do it. They be sitting there, they can't do it. To save their life, they just can't do it.
Wow.
And I used to say, Scooter, if you wrong and you knew you were wrong, look person right in the eye, say, hey man, listen here. Hey, I apologize for that. I'm wrong about that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah, we gotta be that way. You know what I'm saying? Because that mean a lot to some people.
Yeah.
You took accountability. You were sincere about it. You was passionate about it. And but when you was wrong, you know how people do when you wrong. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, what? What'd you say? yeah, man. Yeah, he was right. What?
They don't really want to take
They
accountability.
can't take it. Man.
No.
Nah, shoot. I'll be standing up. I'll be doing everything, man. But shoot, when I'm wrong, hey.
Wow.
You know. So yeah.
Now you wear so many hats, and you mean so much to this community. You mean so much to your family, and you building a tremendous legacy. Tremendous legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I think my next question is, how do you want to be remembered?
Just that, man. Like, just of that. Just somebody that really just wanted to change people's lives, like all the time.
Wow.
Like, that's it. You know, coaching the kids. Some of them go D1, some of them go to pros.
Yeah.
Some of them just got their own little business, little truck driving business. I seen them too. They come out the store, Coach Davis, Coach Deric. Man, I got my own company.
See, that's the great for me as a coach. That's
Yeah.
like the greatest feeling.
Yeah.
Because you build relationships that's going to last forever.
Yeah, of course, the ones that's going to be great. I mean, you know, I got some of these kids on this team right here. One of my coaches like, Deric, you know, these kids pros, man.
Yeah.
They're like, Deric, I can tell you, they're a pro right now. Yeah. But all of them ain't going to go.
That's right. That's right.
You know, you talking Michael Vick, you know what I'm saying? Like, special. Everybody ain't going to be Michael Vick,
Nope.
man.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Everybody ain't going to be Michael Vick. You know, special talent that world might not ever see again.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But you can make them a man, though. You know
I
what
like
I'm saying?
that, man.
You can make them a man. Like you fathers out here, we can make these kids, man. You men. Make them men now. I mean, you make them men to stand on their own and be good people, stuff like that. You can't. God's will about how talented and all that, but
Wow.
making them a good man is way more important. You know.
Wow.
So yeah, love my little team, man.
Let's talk about them. Let's talk about them a little bit. Let's give them a shout out too.
Man, HD. I call them high definition. Maryland Elite. The guy that runs the entire organization is Quill Powell.
Okay.
And we are the 9U team of that. And they've been, man, since 7U, man. They just been like known. A lot of people just like them, you know.
Yeah.
They a little funny group, man.
I came and watched them play.
But they super
Guys,
talented.
tough. They are.
Yeah,
they
super,
tough.
Yeah, they tough, man. They super
tough.
talented, man. They really, really are good. That's what I was telling you, you know, we don't have no major like sponsors. You know. Got a lot of these, some of these teams got, you know, different sponsors, stuff like that, whatever the case is. We raise money, do what we gotta do. But they super talented. There's a couple pros on here. I know it is.
Yeah.
You know, I know they are. They are really that good. And
But let's take this opportunity real quick. So that's my camera right there, and that's your camera. Listen, I love Deric Davis. That's my man.
Yeah.
And we need some sponsorship
Yeah.
for Maryland Elite. So how could we, Zoe Life family, how could we help become sponsors or support what you're doing with your football organization?
We welcome all types of help.
All right.
Buses, travel. If we able to make the national championship in December, it's the first week of December. Every year we make the national championship. You win the games. You got to win the games.
All right.
You make it to the Florida, of course. Whole bunch of proceeds to go there. You got had the kids there for 7 days, so you know the little kids.
Well, how could we reach you? How could we contact you?
Email Deric Davis. That's DericDavis 91 @gmail.com.
Got you.
You know, you can reach me on there. I listen to Scooter's, right? So I'm getting Scooter with his podcast, right? Scooter got everything. I am Scooter Davis. It's funny. So now I got to change my name, whatever. Anyway, my Instagram is, he's funny, he laughing over here.
I see him laughing.
My Instagram is DDavisPics for Instagram or whatever the case is, but hit me on the email. We could talk about any type of sponsorship help.
All right.
That we
Well, you know I'm already in.
Yeah.
I'm already in.
Or contact you.
Yep, contact me. Contact me.
Contact anything
and I'll put you in contact with him.
Yeah, anything you want to do
And
to
we
help.
appreciate everything.
Oh, yeah, man. Anything. All help is wanted. All help is wanted. They great group of kids. I was just telling you the other day that I don't even want to take every kid anymore.
I know.
Because you want to make sure that the parents.
Yeah.
We had a time now. Kids rank. Kids 8, 9 years old, they rank, man. You can't tell them kids nothing.
Nope.
You know, and parents like, hey, we rank. You can't take me out the game. I'm ranked.
And
like,
what is that teaching these kids though?
Horrible
habits.
Yeah, bad habits. But you know, if you use the right way, it's anything. But if you use the right way, but they so young, man. It teaches them not to work as hard. Sometimes you know you see that they rank and you know they not gonna push and knowing they don't know that me not being ranked at 8, 9 years old. Or being ranked doesn't mean you're going to go to a Division I.
That's right.
I was ranked, you know what I'm saying? No, like rank me when it's time to rank me for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it's time to rank me for real.
Yeah.
But the kids get they ranked down, they got rankings, they got it's a lot more publicity.
Yeah.
You know, for them. Good group of kids. Now, if they are ranked or whatever, you just don't let it blow to their head, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Just stay, oh, you doing pretty well. You amongst the kids, this and that. Work harder.
Yeah, stay humble. That's
Stay
one
humble.
great thing you taught Scooter.
Yeah.
He's extremely humble.
Yeah, because he know he think it change at any time.
Yeah.
Change at any time. So, yeah, good group. They was ranked, I think when you talking about the rankings, you got Battle, you got AYF.
Okay.
2 different leagues, whatever the case may be. You got UIFL, it's all these different leagues, but they got as high as number 6 in the entire country.
Wow. And they travel too. So you taking these kids all
Travel.
across
We just
the country?
came back from Atlanta, and we traveled, we stayed down there. We went to Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
So I tried to take him out. We was about to go to New Jersey this weekend. I canceled the trip, but we were supposed to go to New Jersey. So I take him around. You want to get him seen, exposure. Let them be seen by different people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're a great group. All of them know their whole prayer. We pray at the end of the game, every game.
See, that's huge. Yes, and look, I took a picture. I don't know if I sent you a picture. Y'all pray before the game.
Oh, we're going to pray before.
Yep.
And look, we got a little funny thing, Scooter knows too, which is serenity prayer. All
right.
Lord, grant me serenity to accept things I cannot change.
Yep.
And if they don't know the prayer, they always ask the kids, so funny. They ask for prayer. Coach Dirk, I want to say the prayer. I want to say the prayer. So we say, if you don't know the prayer, and we call on you, don't know the prayer, everybody got to do 6 inches. Right?
Ooh, 6 inches.
So they learn it. 6 inches we heard. So
they be heard.
They learn the prayer. So they ain't got to be
That's good,
doing 6 inches, right? Or you cannot mess up on the prayer. You have to say the words just like that. In Jesus' name. And so they be doing the prayer. So they be like, I got the prayer. I know it. Wow. And so it started getting to a point that when they say the prayer, as they saying it, and they might get a little stuck. Yeah. Everybody be like, please.
I won't do them 6 inches.
Like, please get it. It was like, so you hear them whispering and all that in the back. Accept the things I cannot change. Because they don't want to. Right? And so they'll slowly get it. And they were like, and the courage change, the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Wow.
In Jesus' name, amen. Everybody holler, ah! You know what I'm saying? They holler, they holler, like they know the prayer, they holler because they ain't got to do the 6 inches. But that's how I tricked them. That's how I tricked them into, learning the prayer. Just be able to accept whatever it is this game gonna give us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what it is. When just play the game, whatever, and be able to accept it. Yeah. Sometimes you're gonna lose. It'll be tough when you lose. But accept it. So that's what I do the serenity prayer, so they can just be able to accept whatever it is.
I'm gonna tell you what, though. I appreciate your time. Man, listen. I thank you for your wisdom. Yeah. And this won't be our last podcast episode together. I thank you for, I don't know if this is your first podcast or what.
Nah, it probably is.
Oh, my man. Look at that. See? It's exclusive. I got you first.
Probably. I'm laughing at him, man, because Scooter do so many podcasts, I can't even count them no more.
I'm going to have to get him on this show.
Yeah, you got to get him on, man. He's the one, now I'm the guy who wants to sit in the back. Yeah. Everybody know, they be like, especially when they get this podcast, they be like, oh, it's father, it's father, the guideline. But after that, I just want to sit in the back and just let them see him. Last thing I'll tell you, I told him.
I got one thing else I want to do for him, too. Go ahead.
And the guy, I said, man, we got to evolve as parents.
You told me. You got to
so
teach
last
us that.
thing I say that about Scooter, because he's 22 now, I said, parents, we as parents, we know when he's 12, 13 years old, we always tell him everything, or before that, everything to do. Yeah. We give him everything to do. You go do this, do that. No, you can't do this. Well, as they get older, saying 16, 17, 18, the analogy is like you driving in a car. Mm-hmm. But we eventually are getting out of the front seat of the car. And we are getting into the passenger seat. Yeah. Because they got to drive. Wow. Like this their life. Right?
I know.
And so it's tough.
It is tough.
Because we like, man, there's some crazy cars out here on the road. So we don't want to get out. I got you. But they got to drive.
They got to drive.
So when we get in the passenger seat, we able to say, hey, you might want to slow down up there. I think it'll crash right there. You know what I'm saying? And as kids, kids, it's, I got it. It's a crash. I'm telling you, slow down. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll tell you, it's a crash up there or a light up there. So as kids, the kids are like, they got it, but they also like, oh, but my dad, and we talking about dads right here, or my mom, but my dad at this point is really just making, he can see it. Because he done drove on that road.
Come on, man.
That's all. We ain't trying to tell you how to live your life. I just drove that same road, man.
God, dog.
And I know it's going to be a quick turn up there. Just slow down a little bit. And so that's what it is. We got to evolve as parents, the way we deliver that message to them. Stop being so bossy as they get older.
Wow.
You know, because they ain't receiving it as much. So Scooter became more of, I'm still dad and I get on him when he right or wrong, but that's my man now.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my
do.
man. That's my man
man right there. I do.
Yeah,
I got it. I
like
got
that's
it.
your man now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got to evolve. And a lot of parents don't never evolve and become close with their kids because they still trying to, you can't. Hey.
But you know what you just did, right?
Yeah, what
you
I
just
do?
messed me up. He gonna use that against me.
He gonna
hey, look.
He gonna become solid.
He gonna use that against me because I be wanting to still drive his car.
Yeah.
I want to drive his car.
Telling you, man, you gotta let him live.
And I was gonna ask you, what would be like some advice that you can give us as fathers, us as parents, and you answered that for me. You gave me that advice. So I'm gonna ask you a different question.
Okay.
I look at you, look at all that you're doing. I talk to you on a regular basis. So tell me the one thing, or maybe a couple of things, that you do to ensure that you enjoy your life, because you enjoy your life.
Yeah, so I bring it back to them.
Wow.
I bring it back to them little kids. Scooter know this all the way well. They my covering, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They my covering. Like, changing their little lives, they pure. We always talk about the kids that's pure in heart. They don't know no better. We teaching them. You know what I'm saying? So they my covering. They my insurance policy. So when I do fall short or don't do all things, correct, that I know that I done made a change in some kids.
Gosh.
And I don't do no wrong by them.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So find something that you are giving to other people at a high level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To kind of like make your, your wrongs be right, and you just kind of balance that stuff. Keep giving and loving the people and making sure. So they my covering. Like, crazy stuff happened to me good when I'm coaching these babies, man. Like, I left my wallet at the Shell gas station, put it on the top of the gas station. Drove off. Scooter in the house. Drove off, went to practice. Wallet.
Wow.
All my credit card. Everything. Right? I stopped to go get something to eat at the end of practice. I still don't know what's gone.
Yeah.
Scooter called me, said, Dad. I said, yeah. He said, where your wallet? It's at the Shell gas station. The lady picked up the wallet, looked at the address, drove it to my house.
That's favor.
Dropped it off. Said, Dad, I got your wallet right here.
Good God Almighty.
I said, what? She said, yeah, this lady said you left it at the Shell gas station. I said, but I went to go do something for these babies.
Gosh.
I was like, I got you, man. Make sure you're straight. So find something, you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? That's the advice I got to give. Because we're going to fall short, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just life. We in the flesh. So when we do fall short, tell your story. Don't be, shallow that you don't want to tell what you do wrong. You know what I'm saying? But also find some things that you're doing a whole lot good for,
Yeah.
And that way it'll balance out. So.
You doing a whole lot of good too,
yeah,
bro.
man. Just try to do a little good so to make sure it all balance out.
I appreciate this.
Oh yeah.
I knew this podcast, this session with you was gonna be it's gonna be good.
Yeah, man.
It was all what I expected too. But now you gotta give me another date.
Yeah.
So we can come back up here.
Whatever date is, make sure you, and then probably getting close to his fight. Fight time.
Yeah. Oh, you know I'm there.
Yeah, fight time.
You know I'm there.
And
wherever we need to go to, I'm
that way
there.
we could do something else again and get closer and closer, get more people to come out to see him fight, because he can fight a little bit.
A whole lot. A whole lot. A whole lot. Hey, mark my words. Zoe Life family. Deric Scooter Davis in a few years, pound for pound, number one, top of that list. Yeah. Trust me.
Yeah, that's.
So before we go, last words.
That's it, man. Appreciate y'all having me, man. All of y'all met the whole crew.
You met the team.
Yeah, met the whole crew.
The team. We got a few missing.
Yeah.
Got a few missing. Yep.
Yeah, met
my
the whole
wife
crew.
can't wait for you to meet her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Meet her, man. I talked to a guy right here a lot, man. We was talking about. He was talking about even his dad, how they break it down. We was talking about that off camera, you know what I'm saying?
See?
And I can see here, you know what I'm saying, with you and your son, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Something to be able to be like, yeah, y'all stay tight now.
Yeah. Wow. Appreciate
y'all
that.
stay tight. You know what I'm saying? Stay tight. There's going to be some little, and that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got some little bumps in the road because y'all might hang with each other, do things a lot together and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just understand, you know, he really, really, really do love you.
Wow.
You feel me? So he just being whatever way just because he do love you. You got to kind of like navigate, understand, I understand. Dad just love me. I got it. And for him now, you know what I'm saying, he realizing that he could be able to say, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I told him I love him. I gotta learn how to get in the drive in the passenger seat a little bit.
I do. I gotta get the passenger seat.
You gonna have to get in because it's his life, right?
Yeah.
So he got to drive.
So look, whenever I'm in the new driver's seat, you call Uncle Deric.
Yeah,
he can call me straight me out.
Just call and say, man, he's still sliding over trying to drive the damn car. Tell him, say, man, it's time for me to drive.
Time for me to drive.
Yes, that's all, man. I appreciate everybody, man.
I appreciate you.
And whatever y'all come, you know, for us helping the team and Scooter.
We all in.
You know, so
we all in.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Love you, bro.
I love you too, bro.
This was good.
Yeah.
This was good. Listen, my Zoe Life family, we thank you. We appreciate you. Just to give a few shout outs to our sponsors. We want to thank CA Bars Contractor. We want to thank Michael Vick with V7 The Pearl. We want to thank Egeiro LLC, Dream Egeiro Clothing, First Lady Jessica Kelley. And we also want to thank Key Master Boxing Gym. And we also want to thank so many people I want to thank to help sponsor this. But we also want to thank Dream Egeiro Production, which powers the Zoe Life podcast. So thank you. We love you. We appreciate your support. Please hit that notification button. If you like what you heard, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel. But we thank you. Enjoy your life. Go get it.
Truth, no cap. 1, 2, 1, 2, step. Got the party jumping like a rat. I'm flashing the Bible like a tool. His words bringing people out the trap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I can't let the beat rest. Bars on tight mode. Got the devil reaching for his chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I can't let the